Ebusuafo, mami mo bibia kwaba emfambra GCN page so. Mesro na wa subscribe to my channel. Na odo nsa emia bell ne so. Ube ya notification. Ene sa ne news e de betum bia ube nye bi atie. Anase ube nye bi ahwe ewo GCN page ha midi ede adwoa sechi. Kofi Ofosu Nkansa eye Ghana ni badeshi mapa na Kofi Ofosu Nkansa ena odine nsem atudwe na ensemben ena Kofi Ofosu Nkansa eka nsem a okenya ne se oda eye former EC boss Madam Charlotte Osei asiye papa se eye 2020 abatu na ye to no want to be na omanpani dada John Dramani Mahama ena NDC amayoku no omo ewe na Ghana fo ye ho atoyen na denti a eye Kofi Ofosu Nkansa kase nyina eye interview a Madam Charlotte Osei a oye former EC boss omo eye no ewo Joy FM Endra na ewo interview ni mu na omo ebisa Madam Charlotte Osei se eye 2020 abatu ye to otobi na Madam Charlotte Osei say hell no and then obeto aba want to aba because not any family omo ewo beach omo edge omo eni nti abato ne de want to be neno eno mbisa ni say former EC boss pa no want to aba eno say eye crime ana ade omutua no say onhwe abato ne so ana so omutua ne ka so no obeken kan aba no na oni chefa oni adwuma bia wom enti ena want to aba ne bia na say one monitor de na ekoso mpo na that time no na one nabusuafo omo eje omo ani ewo beach ena ehonsem akọ ebebre na de ade amanfo bebre se na former EC boss pa ena omo eto aba na ukọ eye beach na yenti ensem a Madam Charlotte Osei ede eto dwane kakra.
Where were you on the 7th, 8th and 9th of December 2020?
At the beach.
You didn't vote?
No, I didn't.
You didn't monitor the elections?
No.
Why?
Why should I? Did you?
I did.
Yeah, that's part of your work. You were paid for it, weren't you?
I am paid for that.
Thank you.
I'm only asking to find...
I wasn't paid to monitor the elections.
Okay.
So I can't have time with my children at the beach. What's your problem?
No, as a former chairperson of the Electoral Commission.
Former?
Former, yeah.
Yeah, that's why it's former.
I thought you should be concerned about elections. You're concerned about the situation
in... That's your feeling.
Well, you're concerned about the situation in Sal.
Yes, I am. But what did you want me to do? Go and knock on people's heads and say...
Maybe go and vote?
In Sal?
No. Wherever you registered?
How does that change the fact that elections...
Did you register?
No.
You did not?
No.
You don't feel like wanting to have a lot to do with our electoral system?
That's not true. Okay. To a certain extent, but again, I'm entitled to my... remember, you're asking me questions like I'm a public official. Remember that I'm now a private citizen. I can do whatever I want to do.
Okay. I know.
Within the remit of the law, of course.
I know. And that's why these are questions. And
yeah, that's why I was at the beach.
You've provided answers.
Thank you. I'm being nice today.
You should be nice.
No, I don't have to be. Not the should. I can be.
Anyway,
I don't have to
be.
Talking
about being nice, we're wrapping up shortly. My guest, Madam Charlotte Osei, and we'll wrap up on, some proposals that have come up, and I just want your view on this. Okay. The fact that, the chairperson of the Electoral Commission, her deputies having to go through parliamentary vetting before approval. What's your view on that?
My view is that any policies or any reforms that widen the space, that creates new avenues for inclusiveness, that creates avenues for transparency, should be embraced. My view is that anything that makes us feel as citizens a sense of ownership of our own institutions and creates accountability by appointed or elected officials of state should be encouraged. Yes.
So
I like the way
this should be encouraged?
I've answered your question. It depends on the principles that I haven't followed.
Okay, so what's your biggest regret as when you were as EC boss at the time? Biggest regret?
It's very hard. I haven't thought of that. Biggest regret. I think that there are things I wanted to do, but I was appointed on like 2 months to a major district assembly, national district assembly elections. And right after that, we had to go into preparation for elections. There are some internal administrative reforms I would have liked to see through.
You want to share them with us?
No, this is not the time. But we just didn't have the time for that because we had to be focused on the electoral calendar and delivering on the elections. I think it would have been good to see through some of those internal structural issues that needed to be addressed. Regret? I'm not sure.
Madam Charlotte Osei, it's been great having you.
Enti adofo ensem we na Madam Charlotte Osei former UC boss ede atudwa na ensem ya Madam Charlotte Osei ede etudwe na Ghana fu bi nso akere mo adwen e wo ho na omo ekere se enti no as former UC boss no unim abato ho emfaso anase as a good citizen kra no esese woto aba no unim abato ho mfaso bi enti no ya to aba oni wabusuafo ekoje moani na wei na omo ye wo UC boss ya na yentie ensem Ghana fo bi eka ede efa ensem Madam Charlotte Osei ede etudwe ho wei eye nananyako Benjamin na ochese she does not even know importance of votes as a citizen and you were made a UC at the expense of your own boss. That's your end now. And I went so Kwesi Hayford and I ochese former NCCE boss and later UC boss speaking like this, disappointed with her statement. And I went so Kofi Ofosu in cancer. And I ochese we thank God for wasting one NDC vote. We Ibrahim and I was on the was first side ochese because you knew your candidate was losing. In some way, and Ghana Fubi ede atudra ewabra former UC boss Madam Charlotte Osei ede in same way etudra.
The organization of elections in Afghanistan. Tell us how that was. I mean, first of all, when you got the appointment, getting to Afghanistan, how was it comparative to the situation in Ghana?
Well, good morning to your audience, viewers and listeners, and I think it's also a good opportunity to thank the people of Ghana. Truly, when the Afghanistan appointment was announced, I got massive messages of support and prayers and all that, and including even from the government. And so that was heartwarming. It was good. So I went knowing that I had so much support and prayers following me. And if there's one thing you need in Afghanistan, it's prayers. The Afghan experience was very exciting. I think it's one of the greatest honors and privilege of my life to have served in Afghanistan and to have served in the capacity that I served in. Afghanistan is very different from Ghana in some respects, and nothing quite prepares you for the Afghan experience. So, for instance, I'll just give a few examples. When I got to the airport in Kabul, so first when you're on the flight, I went through Dubai. Okay. When you're boarding the flight in Dubai, everybody looks kind of relaxed, normal. By the time we're disembarking in Kabul, especially for the women, there's a transformation. So you have your scarf, you're covered, your shoulders. So there are the rules. You must be covered up to your elbows, at least.
How did that feel, having to do something you're not
I just went with a sense of, it's respecting cultural differences, but it was also exciting. So you're covered, you can wear trousers, but your top must be at least knee level, and then you must have a scarf around your head and all that. So there's a bit of a transformation from when you take off in Dubai and when you're landing in Kabul, and that became my routine because I was doing the Dubai, Kabul, like quite a bit. When I was bored, I'll just hop over to Dubai to friends. So you always have your long jacket, your long top, and you just throw it on and you disembark. When I arrived in Kabul, so the UN driver with the UN driver with the